Hey guys, welcome to another driving video. So this is going to be the first episode for Rotherham Driving Test Center. So this is going to be route number one. Now, sorry, I'm having to do this voiceover after run because I actually didn't know what happened. The interior camera didn't record for some reason, and I only noticed it in the end. So, yep, unfortunately, it's not going to be an interior camera showing me talking through. So, the audio you're going to be hearing might not be so clear, but it's manageable because that's the audio from the dash cam. So, yep, let's see what we can get through from this test route. Now, luckily, I've done one, two, and three, so these videos should be coming up few days after each other. So, yep. So the date is the 13th of November 2022, and the time for this test route is just about 10:57 in the morning. So this is what the area looks like on a Sunday morning at 10:57. Just in case you've got a test at this time, because actually there are tests going on now on Sundays, and the test center is open as well this morning. So yeah. Alright, we're going to be turning right at the next road. Okay. Now, if the road is busy, you can actually use this hatched marking here so that you give some space to vehicles continuing straight behind you. So, yep, it's okay if you're wondering, can I stay on this hatched marking? Yeah, you shouldn't be driving on a hatched marking, but if it's necessary or if it means keeping the road open for the flow of traffic, then yeah, that would be fine. So yeah, as I was saying earlier, this is not my route. So it would actually be good if we all get to see these roads together for the first time. So if this is your main driving test center or test route, then let me know if there is anything that I've missed or if I've done something differently from how your instructor would tell you to do it. Because remember, they know this area is much better and I could probably learn from that as well. And of course, everyone else watching the video can learn from them as well. So yeah, but what I try to do would be trying to drive safely, and that's going to be what my decisions are going to be based on, safely and practically. But sometimes, um, from experiences driving through these roads with testing that your instructors might know certain things that I don't. Now, I've done two tests so far at Rotherham, and two of them was by one learner, and which was a fail, unfortunately. And that could have been failed anywhere else because the mistakes were actually not. They were not anything, unusual. It was just lack of lane discipline at the roundabout, and the other one was turning into the wrong side of the road in dual carriageway. So yeah, if you check on my Rotherham test um, videos that I've put up, you would find them. So yeah, now this road is 30, but you've got the humps, so don't forget to slow down for the humps, but you can then make progress after that. Okay, so there's a roundabout ahead. We're going straight second exit, so I can see ahead is two lanes. So keep to the left lane. There's no arrows, so left lane should be going left or straight, which I would use right lane to go right only. That's how I'm going to treat this roundabout when there are two lanes and no arrows. And the way the lanes are, you clearly can't use that right lane to go straight ahead. So here again, it's a single lane. We're going straight again, second exit. So signal left when you get to the first exit and continue. So the road is still 30 miles per hour. So don't forget, it's not just about the speed. Relax, drive according to the situation around you. If it's safe to make progress, then yes, do make progress. And if it's not safe, then don't worry about the speed. Okay, this is what I mean about Sunday tests. Come on, guys. The road is clear, the road is empty. So relax and you'll be fine. This is, you could call this cheating. This is literally, because come on, there is nothing. I've just gone through two roundabouts and I didn't need to stop because the road is clear. I've just come through this junction. Now, I've been through this junction before, and the junction is always busy, So yeah, I've done this particular test route when I was, you know, doing lessons with my previous learner that I mentioned earlier on. And that junction right there is how busy, very, very busy. So yeah, so here we've got a sign ahead, and the sign says 20 when light shows. So keep that in mind if you're doing your test and that amber light is flashing. Oh, I just missed my road. So let's see. Now, if that happens to you on a test, don't forget you should not try and do a last minute. Don't try and do a last minute change of direction. It would not be safe. Just continue. Your examiner will direct you what to do next. So yeah, back to what I was saying. If the amber light is flashing, then you should make sure your maximum speed limit, or you're driving at about 20 miles an hour or less. Now that's just while you pass the school. So keep that in mind. Now, here is one reason why you have to be careful if you're just following the sat nav's speed sign. Because right here, as we turn into this road, you would see that the road is actually changing to 20 miles per hour. But the sat nav still continues to show 30. So keep this in mind, look ahead and look out for signs. But for this route, as you can see here, you won't actually be going past the school, you'll be turning here. So this is what happens when your mind is stuck on the wrong things. Now my mind at that point was focusing on that school and the sign and the conversation I was having about the sign, that I had forgotten that I was supposed to be following the sat nav to see where I was doing next. So yep, here is one hill to turn here. Remind yourself, if you're using a manual car, put your car in, get your handbrake up, get your biting points. Okay, it's clear for me. The car ahead, I can turn quickly before that car gets to me. So keep that in mind at this junction. If a car is coming towards you and they're close by, you might want to consider waiting, because your bonnet is going to go slightly towards them. So keep that in mind. So yeah, put your biting point or get your biting point, and before you try and move, so you don't roll back. And if you're driving an auto, then that's a lot more easier. But remember, keep your foot fully on your brake, and don't be scared of the hill. You'd only roll back if you come off that brake and not use the gas on time. Then your car's gonna start rolling back, because then your hill assist is gonna deactivate after maybe 2-3 seconds. So yeah, but so far so good. It is looking very good, especially on a Sunday. The road is quiet. So we're turning right ahead. It's going to be the next road. So yeah, I think this is a tricky one. You've got to be careful of this road ahead here. You can see the arrow there, so you want to come in at this point right here. The last time I came there, I'm here with Elena. She missed the time because she wasn't expecting it. Was just right at the top of the, should I say, the hill. So yeah, just at the top of the bend. So yeah, keep that in mind. Wait here until green light shows, but there is no green light and no red light, no light. So I believe the light is not working at this point. So damn, it's quite foggy in this side. If I look back, yep, the light is not working. So this is still a 30 road, but be aware though that it is a residential area, so you don't want to be jumping at 30 because that wouldn't be safe. There are lots of parked cars here and there, and this road is going to be even much more busier during the week. So keep that in mind. Watch this bend, look through the cars to see if there are any cars approaching so that you can wait if you need to on time and stop safely. I hope that you guys can actually see the road clearly with this fog. Okay, we're turning right at the end of the road. Don't forget your interior mirror before braking. You've got to always be aware how your braking affects those behind you or others around you. So keep that in mind. So taking the second road or the third road on the left. So that's the first one. Ahead is the second. And then that's my road. So again, the road you're turning into is blind, so be careful, blind and narrow. So slow down here because you don't know who's coming out and what side of the road they're positioned. Sometimes people don't drive properly into their lane, especially when you're approaching these bends. So keep that in mind. So again, this road is still 30 because there's no sign yet to say 20, so it's still 30. So I can drive slightly over 20 because it's not going to be safe to drive over 25 anyways, which is why my speed is where it is. It's still a residential road. So remind yourself it's not about the number, it's about how safe it is. Okay, we're turning right ahead. Okay, it's clear on the right and clear after the red car, so make sure you look out into this junction on the left there so that you're aware of what anyone coming out of the road is doing. So you can plan for that as well. So we're turning right here. Now, here you'll be going into a 50 zone. I can see the sign right there on the top. I mean, just right ahead on the first hole after turning. So make sure, remember that cars coming from your left are going to be coming quite fast. So when you turn into this road, make progress safely. Don't hold back. Check your interior mirror to see what's going on ahead, behind you. So this is it. Still a very good road so far, not as crazy as some of the routes you have on Sheffield Middlewood test route with the narrow country roads and Bishop Stortford. Still my worst driving test center in terms of the roads and the speed signs that is on those roads. It's crazy. If you haven't seen it, check those videos out. Bishop Stortford, I think twice before taking that test center. If you're not a confident driver, don't go there. Don't bother. Don't try it. Alright, so roundabout we're going straight ahead. So here you can see left lane is going left only, middle lane is going straight ahead, and right lane is turning right only. So it's very important that you see this ahead of you so you can plan and make sure you're in the middle lane. If you find yourself on the left lane or the right lane, then just follow that arrow. Turn left if you end up in the left lane, and turn right if you end up in the right lane. This is where my learner failed the first time. Oh, sorry, this is why my learner failed the first time in Rotherham, because she had used the middle lane and then went straight into the roundabout, then turned right in that middle lane also from that middle lane, even though it was pointing straight ahead only. So again, you can watch that video. I'll put a link to it below as well in the description box. So remind yourself, if you end up in one of those lanes, just follow the direction on that lane. That's, I'm hoping, if you actually even saw the arrow in the first place, because that's always one of the problems. So keep that in mind. Look out. Don't forget, you're not just looking at the signs on the poles, you should also be looking on the floor. Floor markings are quite important. So here we're doing two left, one left at this junction, and then the immediate road on the left as well. So right here, and now you can see there's a 20 sign here. So I'll just leave that signal on since you're coming in here. So keep that in mind. Look at your sat nav so that you can see that there's actually two turns at that junction, so that you don't move off just as soon as you don't increase speed too much as soon as you pass the first, or you take the first turn. So oncoming vehicles have priority here, but the next vehicle ahead is far away, and I am able to go through safely before they get to that point. Oops, over speeding. Okay, so same thing, oncoming vehicles have priority. So we just wait patiently and gently. Okay, right mirror check. Remember, we've been waiting here for about 3 seconds or more. Anything could have changed, so check your right mirror before moving off. Now I'd always say do that mirror check just before the car passes you, so that as the car passes you can just move on. Don't wait until the car passes you and then you start taking another few seconds to start checking. That way you start to hold back a little bit, or your moving off is always quite delayed every time. So now it's 30 from this point, so then I can make progress. So I'm actually coming close to the end of the test, because SatNav is showing 11:23 for my ETA to get to the end, and that is really it. So that vehicle there is intruding space, so slow down and then make progress or continue when it's safe. So traffic light ahead, we've got a slip road to the left. So it's two sets of traffic light. You want to use the left, or sorry, the first one to turn left. So just right here, it's still green, and the Rotherham Stadium. Yes. Right, so here is the roundabout, College Road roundabout. We're going to be going, we're going to be turning right. So I need to use the third lane from the left. Third lane from the left. So 1, 2, 3. We're going third exit, and I'll be. Funny enough, the sat nav is not saying the name of the thing. So, but anyway, we're going third exit. This is first exit. Second is straight ahead. So it should be A630, and then follow this round to the left lane, and then signal left to come out. And that is really it. I think I'm gonna replay that particular point there so that we can just go through it again and look at what's on the floor. Alright, so we'll be turning left ahead, so start preparing for that. So A633 St. John's Road, I suppose that one is. Well, TomTom is not doing so good today. Oh yeah, it's A633. That's where we're turning. So if you look on the sign ahead of you, you can see that A633 is the left lane. So park gate A633. So don't forget, you should be on the left lane. Do not put yourself in any other lane other than the left lane. Okay, so we're going out. And in the next roundabout, we're going straight ahead. So again, from this point, I can already see, even before this traffic light, we're going right. I can see before the traffic light that the left lane is turning left only. So make sure to change your lane on time. Don't go straight from that left lane. These are the things that would fail you for no good reason. So don't do it. Make sure you're in the correct lane. It's quite busy on this side, which I'm not surprised. This area is always quite busy. So right, so ahead of us is, I believe, is that the Parkgate roundabout? I believe so. That should be Parkgate. So again, we're going straight ahead at the roundabout. So I'm going to start looking out for any arrows on the floor from this point. But so far, I can't see anything. But if it's really impossible to see, oh, there you go. So again, you should just then be in the middle lane here again. So remember, our left lane is going left only, and then we're going straight to the second exit. So there you go. So that is done. So it's really important, look out for the floor markings. This is one of the reasons why I see a lot of people fail in Sheffield and Rotherham. Floor markings at the roundabout. People are not often aware of them, and then you're always wondering, or you're actually always assuming that going straight ahead, you can just use the left lane. Especially when I bring learners from London. London drivers are used to that because most of the roundabouts down there, it's a typical no signs on the floor. So it's just left goes left and straight, and then right goes right. So again, we're going left here, so we can just remain in the left lane. But if you were going straight ahead, then you should be in the middle lane. So this is Parkgate roundabout, I believe. So there we go. Yep. And that was it. That was it. That was it. So this is literally 2 minutes away from the test center. It's 40 here. Don't forget yourself. I am forgetting myself. 40 on this road, so make sure you're making progress. So 2 minutes at the end of the test. And that's really it. So I hope that you've seen or learned one or two things from the video. Now remember, it would help if you click the like button or like the video. Leave a comment if you've got any question at all about any of the places that we've come across. and I'll try my best to respond to them. So, yep, this will be coming to the end of the first episode, and I'm going to be starting the second episode right after this one. So, we should be having 2 videos up within a few days of each other. So, if you want or you have your test, will be too early. So, if you have your test coming up, then you might be able to have some few things to watch. And I'm sure, I believe there are actually a couple of videos now on Rotherham test route. There you go. That's the test center. Alright, guys, that is the end of episode 1. So, continue with your lessons. Best of luck with the lessons. Pay attention on the road. Look out for road signs. Plan ahead. You need to plan ahead. So, yep, that is really it. So, I'm going to be coming to start episode 2. So, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.